morning, everybody. Welcome to Unity of Bon Air this morning. We've got a wonderful guest artist with us today, a couple of them, and we'll talk about them a little later. Right now, we want to welcome Jim Lakin to the stage to share a song during our prelude. And the name of this song is Nobody Knows. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nobody knows how to say goodbye. Seems so easy till you try. Then the moments pass you by. Nobody knows how to say goodbye.
2, 3.
Nobody knows how to get back home. We set out so long ago. Search the heaven and the earth below. Nobody knows how to get back home. Through the darkness to the dawn. When I look back, you were gone. Heard your voice leading me on. Through the darkness to the dawn. Love is deep as the road is long. Moves my feet to carry on. Beats my heart when you are gone. Love is deep as the road is long. Nobody knows how the story ends. Live the day, do what you can. This is only where it began. Nobody knows how the story ends. Nobody knows how the story ends.
All right. That's Jim Lakin up here. And we want to welcome you to Unity of Bon Air on a beautiful Sunday morning. Let's stand and start our service the way we always do, by affirming that God is good and all is well. What a wonderful morning, beyond compare. I feel God's loving presence everywhere. I am filled with joy profound. In a world where many miracles abound, in the garden of my soul, I am happy, healed, and whole. I know that God is good and all is well. In the garden of my soul, happy, healed, and whole. I know that God is good and all is well. Please be seated.
Good morning, everyone. I'm trying to get this mic straight for this short lady. Welcome to Unity of Bon Air. where we live and express unconditional love and grow together in peace and prosperity. My name is Amy Corsetti, and here at Unity, I'm part of the music team. I'm also a longtime volunteer in the YFM, and in the past have been a prayer chaplain and worked with the finance committee. Whether this is your first time or your 100th time joining us in person or in line, we are grateful for your presence and participation as we share this special time together. We have come together as part of love's divine purpose that calls each of us forth to celebrate the connection we all share through the holy presence within and all around us that we call God. In the spirit of community, we unfold enlightened love, all spiritual and religious gatherings and people everywhere. We especially welcome any of you who are here for the first time. If you are in the room, will you please raise your hand and we'll have one of the ushers bring you a packet? Any first timers? We've got one over here, one back there. We invite you to join us for fellowship coffee following the service. If you are here with us online, be sure to visit our website at unityofbonaire.org to find the wonderful activities here at Unity of Bonaire. And before we go any further, let's take a moment to acknowledge all the wonderful people who make this service possible this morning. From those who greet you at the front door, to the doors of the sanctuary, to the volunteers with the bookstore and fellowship coffee, and of course, our tech and music teams. Please join me in our blessing. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ you are, and we see you doing amazing things. Thank you. Okay, we welcome up our YFM. Megan is filling in for Melody today. So if all of our friends who are out would like to come up, then we will give you a blessing and send you on your way. Lotus. Come on, Lotus. We waiting on you. All right, let's give Lotus our blessing, and then we'll send them out to walk into the light. All right, Lotus, you ready? We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ you are, and we see you doing amazing things.
You are walking as a light, as a light, as a light. You are walking as a light, as a light of God. As a light, 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 as a light of God.
Yeah. Okay. And now we're going to go to the congregation song.
All right, let's all stand. We're going to sing Open the Eyes of My Heart, Lord. Love this song. 1, 2. Oh. Now, okay. 1, 2. Here we go. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. See you high want to see you. I want to see you. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Oh, open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see you. To see you high and lifted up, shining in the light of your glory. Pour out your power and love as we sing holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy. I want to see you. All right. Please be seated. Yeah, go ahead and clap.
Hello? Oh, there we go. Good morning again. It's the time for us to talk about transformational opportunities. We have a lot of these here at Unity of Bon Air. Today, the women of Unity are collecting your donations for Home Again, and they will be meeting Wednesday at 6:30. Come and join Hot Cider, Cocoa, and Posy Music DJ, and participate in a service project to benefit the homeless in the Richmond area. Feel free to come early at 6 and bring your dinner for social time before the meeting. Have you heard about the updated digital directory? Be sure to catch up with Becky for your photo. She's out there. Okay, catch up with Becky for your photo. Sign up is out front. They're having you fill out the sheets. She'll be taking pictures today and next Sunday, November 13th. Throughout the month of November, we are collecting food donations for the Chesterfield County Food Bank. Drop off your donations in the collection bins in the hallway. And just a reminder, no glass. So if you're doing that peanut butter, get it in a plastic jar. We have a special announcement of compassion for one of our AV techs, Corey Fleet. By now, some of you have heard that he fell 25 feet last week on a work trip and broke his back. He underwent surgery last Tuesday and is expected to make a full recovery. Yes, amen.
Back here, Corey was released from the hospital yesterday.
Yay. He, if you would like to help support his family during this time, there are lots of ways to help. Please see the e-news and details and hold Corey, his wife Heather, and their family in love, light, and prayer. Okay, where's Rhonda? November is Christmas Mother. She's running late. Okay, so this is what you need to know about Christmas Mother. We take up separate collections for Christmas Mother. We do this every year. It's a fabulous project. We help other families to have a Christmas that might not otherwise have a Christmas. So there'll be a little envelope. You can stick your donation in, or you can simply write on your check, Christmas Mother. And then they're going to have things scheduled for people to shop and wrap, and it's all a big party in helping other people who have less. Okay, don't forget Wednesday is chair yoga at 11 with Barbie Nunley, followed by a midweek meditation at noon, and then a potluck luncheon in the fellowship hall. After lunch, there's a grief support group with Reverend Patty, starting at 1:30 in the education room. All are welcome for each of these events. Please join us. Movie night is this Friday. Dan O'Neill will be showing Louise Hayes, You Can Heal Your Life. Always a good one. Please plan to join us at the fellowship hall starting at 7 o'clock. And then next Saturday, November 12th, we're having an open house, and all are welcome to come visit and explore our modern, accessible campus and gardens. Check out the new classrooms for the Village Montessori Academy. If y'all haven't looked, they really are lovely. Our peaceful sanctuary and the 2 acres of gorgeous gardens featuring a labyrinth, fish pond, and children's learning activities. The Men of Unity will be serving hot dogs and beverages, so invite your friends and neighbors and come 1 to 3. And of course, next Sunday, our spiritual study and practice group meets via Zoom starting at 9 a.m., and our celebration service starts at 11 with Reverend Patty. We can't wait to see you. This busy season is upon us. Be sure to mark your calendars. Reverend Patty will be doing a special Thanksgiving Eve service on November the 23rd, and Giving Tuesday, put this one on your calendar, is November 29th. So much is happening. You can keep up with all these opportunities and more by visiting our website, subscribing to the e-news, and following us on Facebook or Instagram. Okay, now we're going to talk about the daily word, which today is balance. Sometimes trying to balance my schedule, meet my obligations, and even find time for the things I enjoy can leave me scrambling to figure out how to fit it all in. Today, I take my cue from nature and notice the rhythm of the seasons and the tides, the cycles of growth and the order that underlies all things. I appreciate how seamlessly the natural world balances itself and restores itself to harmony. The gift of harmony and balance lives in me. I honor myself when I flow with it instead of forcing my will upon it. I listen to my body's many signals. I rest when I'm tired. I eat when I'm hungry. And I socialize and seek solitude as I need to. As I care for myself, I find balance. And the scripture from Ecclesiastes 8:15. For there is nothing better for people under the sun than to eat and drink and enjoy themselves. Okay, and I am going to read the affirmation once and ask that you repeat it twice. I honor life's shifting rhythms. Together, I honor life's shifting rhythms. I honor life's shifting rhythms. And then before I turn it over to Jim for the opening prayer, I just want to do a little introduction for our guest speaker today, one of our own, Reverend Alva Newly Pope, is going to be our speaker this morning. She graduated from Virginia Union with a master's in divinity. She's a professional social worker and owns Touchtone Counseling Services. She's the mother of 2 daughters and a bonus daughter, and is a great light to our congregation. Everybody, please give us a hand for Alva. All right, Jim, you're up.
Well, it's true. I'm not Patty. Patty is getting a much-needed day off, a little rest and relaxation and recuperation for her and her injury there. So she asked me to do the opening prayer today. So if you would just take a moment and just kind of close your eyes. And as we heard, the daily word for today is balance. I needed that word. Sometimes in our busy lives, we tend to lose our balance. So let's be thankful of those times where we can take that balance and sit in it. And now we take this opportunity to think of anybody that might need healing. We have a congregation or like Corey Fleet, who needs our healing, and who's still recovering, Howard Green, and any others that you can think of. You can either say them out loud or say them within your own mind there. and let them sit. And as we move into this upcoming week, let us send forth some balance for this country, for the world. And daily to hold them in the light. And know that whatever divisions there might appear to be, we're really all one humanity. And so with that, we can now come back into this room and we'll hear some more music. But first I want to announce a couple things that were actually given to me by Patty to mention. Is that on the 19th here, we're going to have a huge lighting and lunch. We're going to be preparing the gardens for Christmas lights. So we're inviting you to come and to help string those lights. If you like to climb trees, definitely come. Or if you know how to operate a boom truck, definitely come. But if not, if you want to help with the food, I'm sure there will be necessity for that. So you could call the office if you're willing to throw in some help on that. And then also on the 20th, which is a Sunday, the board is going to have a special service here where they're going to, I guess, show their appreciation for the congregation at large and those people that do volunteer here. So put that on your calendar, or as I try to say sometimes, please remember, not don't forget, you know. Please remember is a little more positive way to put that in there. So with that, we'll go to the music. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
Yep. Our statement of truth now. Together, there is only one presence and power active in the universe and in my life, God the omnipotent good. Thank you.
All right, thanks so much, Jim. So today, the music team, Julie and I, are so pleased to welcome a magnificent performing artist. I think some of you have heard him before. This is Matt Tracy. He's what I call a Renaissance guy. I mean, he plays a multitude of instruments. He's a singer-songwriter, a composer, and he runs and operates a recording studio and audio-visual company up in Ashland. Am I right with that? And the name of that company is called Free Jambalaya, which sounds delicious. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Tracy. He might want to talk about the song he's going to share.
Thanks, Claudia. I really appreciate coming back to Unity. I always love performing here, and you guys are going to have to deal with me having a slight cold. My children have kept me sick for the last month, so let's see. But it's an honor to play with Julie and Claudia, always. This first song I'm going to do is called Life No End. It's, it's kind of up to you guys what it's about, but to me, it's about the circular nature of the universe and how things always come back around.
Goodbye, my bluebird. You drank from my hand, but with freedom so fragile, I'll call you a friend and know you so well. Hello, true lover, I won't take your soul. Let's spin within orbit till we lose control and learn to let go. Earth keeps turning, life no end. Each day I'm proving, life no end. The time keeps moving like the wind. Julie Fulcher Davis. welcome you travelers, content with your pace. Move on, you damn peddlers, with smiles in your eyes and lies on your face. Breathe easy, you young men, on the eve of the fight. And rest now, you elders, who carry the light and answer the bell. Hello, my bluebird, to see you again. You still have the same voice, but now you look like a man. And is it our fortune? Isn't it true? In all of creation, I keep finding you. Earth keeps turning, life no end, the climb, revealing life no end. It's time, I'm feeling like the wind.
Tracy.
So, how's everybody doing this morning? Fantastic. So I'm here to talk about blessings and gratitude. And I'm excited to be here. And I just want to say good morning because I'm excited to be here. I'm always excited to be here. I'm always excited to be at church. And I'm always grateful to be able to mount the sacred desk to give a good word to myself firstly, and then to anyone else who wants to listen. So I appreciate being here. And I always ask God, what is the miracle of my life in this phase of my life? Lest we stop dreaming, lest we stop hoping, I hope you'll have the courage to ask too. What is the miracle of your life? Not the one that happened 20 years ago, not the one that happened long ago, but the one that's going to happen now. Because we have to intend it. We have to look for it. We have to be grateful in anticipation. So Patty loves us so much, right? That even in her absence, she sent me something. She says, I know you're about to go and preach, but I found something that's wonderful for you. And I said, okay. She says, do you want me to screenshot it and send it? Because usually I don't bring my phone up here, but she sent it to me, and I'm going to read it. She gave the congregation these books, and she said, you're talking about gratitude and being thankful, and we're entering into the season of being thankful, and so I'm going to read it because my mentor, my pastor, gave it to me. I am thankful that I am a blessing. See, we didn't know this when I picked my title, but I am thankful that I am a blessing. When a young boy came home unexpectedly from the party, his mother asked him why. He replied, it was boring, so I left. The mother made him return to the party, saying, you don't go to have a good time. You go to give a good time. The boy returned home quite late that night because he had given the best time. I realized that I am here to give a blessing. I no longer allow timidity to stand in my way. I now go into action with a grateful heart, knowing that I am a blessing to life. I don't wait for life to give me a good time anymore. I give life a good time. That's good. That's good. I said, yes, yes. So I want to talk to you all about gratitude, right? And I'm going to frame it and structure it in the context of the 12 powers. For some of you, this is old hat, and for others, it'll be an introduction to how we do how we worship, how we learn here at Unity. So when I first got here, I bought these books for myself, and in the front of it, I bought this book 14 days after I learned about Unity for the first time. And my beloved friend Savannah is sitting out here, and she is the person who invited me here. So yes, namaste. Thank you so much. So the 12 powers, the one that I want to speak to you about today is the power of power. The power of power. And when I first started, I probably was like, okay, this is new, I'm learning, but now here we are, 5 years later, and I'm excited to be able to say, I get it. I get the power of power. The power of power. We all have it. We all have all 12 powers. And here at Unity, the 12 powers are likened to the 12 disciples, right? And so instead of thinking about them as people, we think about them as powers, which means that we all have them. So the Apostle Philip represents power. All of our powers translate and come through our ego. The ego of power is reflected in the throat. Everybody says, I am grateful. Now touch your throat and say it again. I am grateful. And the reason we have you to do that is because all change begins in the throat. And people do not change based on what I say or what you say, but we change based on what we hear ourselves say. That's why it's always important for you to say what it is that you need to say. If you want to affirm that you are healthy, say it. Don't wait for someone else to say, you have a bill of health. No, I am healthy. Every cell in my body is well. You're not going to heal based on what I say. You're going to heal based on what you hear yourself say. So say it. I am beautiful. Look in the mirror. I am beautiful. Because we change and we vibrate according to what we say. Your voice is the instrument that allows everything in your body to vibrate. Think about that. Your voice is the most powerful thing that you own because it is the thing that awakens your life. It is the thing that awakens your body. It is the thing that awakens you, your spirit. And so you use your voice. So I'm reading a lot of books, and I actually have my books up here with me because they're my friends. They really are. So they're up here accompanying me, making me feel comfortable. So if I'm ever feeling nervous, I have books in the bag, books on the podium. They're my friends, they're my voices, and they teach me what I want to say and what I don't want to say. And so I listen. We have conversations, right? And one of the books that I'm reading is one by a woman by the name of Carolyn Mace. Some of you know her, some of you don't. Go look her up, watch the video, get her name, go back, enjoy. But one of the books, I kind of missed it, is called Defy Gravity. She talks about defying gravity. She talks in the language of healing because our voice is our healer. See, we look for things often on the outside of us to heal us, but our voice is our healer, which we underutilize. The Bible tells us that life and death is in the power of the tongue, and the power of the tongue, power of power. We don't hear it, we don't pay attention, but it is in the power of the tongue. And that's why songs heal. Music heals, but songs heal because they have words that help us vibrate. She talks about defying gravity in the context of using the power of healing and using healing. And she describes healing this way. Healing is taking a process of disintegration of life, transforming it into a process of a return to life. I thought that was amazing. I'll read it again because I find it so amazing. Healing is taking a process of disintegration of life and transforming it into a process of a return to life. She says that when we want to go into a healing process, we have to defy gravity. So how do we do that? We do it with the power of power. We do it with our voice. This is how you defy gravity. We awaken ourselves. We awaken ourselves. Not only ourselves, but ourselves. We awaken by using our voices. So if you've ever thought that your voice was not important, it is very important. Not necessarily to everyone else, but especially to yourself. She says that the mystic and the mystical experience, she says, mystics by nature defy gravity. What is a mystic? It is a person who perceives life through the eyes of the soul, who experiences the power of God rather than speaks or debates the politics of God. Yes, come on. I wanted y'all to wake up. Come on, wake up. This is the path of the mystic. We are looking through the eyes of God rather than debating what we think God is. Right? So we all have that power to awaken ourselves. The essence of the mystical path is to discern and to seek out truth. Right? So discerning means that I'm seeking it out. I'm observing, I'm witnessing, I'm looking, but I'm going to decipher for myself what is true. She reminds us that the ability to reason alone cannot defy gravity. It cannot. Your mind cannot do it. Why? Because your sense of reason, by its nature, seeks logical proof. The mind is an instrument that seeks logical proof. You cannot ask the mind to be anything other than what it is, and it is a proof-seeking instrument. That's what it does. It tells you to find something that makes sense. The heart is the other organ that tells you not to. But today we're not talking about the heart. We are talking about the power of power. Albert Einstein says that you cannot solve a problem with the same mind that created it. So when we want to get out of a mindset, what do? We probably go back to the voice that we're accustomed to instead of seeking and discerning truth. So all of this comes together because it requires the power of will, the power of choice. You must operate in your power. You must do something. You must open your mouth. You must say, yes. Yes, I will. I'm willing to change. I am beautiful. I can. Yes, I can. I can do it. You must say it. No one else can say it. You must say it. You need the power of your voice to navigate through any life crisis. Not just the power of thought or the power of knowing or understanding or feeling or any of those, but you need the power of your voice. And so here we go. Why am I telling you all of this? Why am I saying all this? Because it's the prelude, it's the foundation to what I'm going to say. What I'm going to say is that it's the season of Thanksgiving. And we all need a gratitude practice. And we all go to unity. And we say it multiple times a day in service. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. We say it. We love it. Some of you even have gratitude practices. I looked in my journal. I saw a journal yesterday morning. And it said 2004. And I started writing about gratitude in 2004. I said, wow, aren't you clever? You were clever to start. Because so many times we said we're going to do it, and guess what? We do it at church. We say, I am grateful at church, I am grateful at church, I am grateful at church. We just cut off the at church part. Paul reminds us that whatever circumstance in which you find yourself, you must learn to be content. The key to that phrase is learn. I have to learn to be content. So whatever you're operating in right now, you've learned it. Let's be clear. If you are not happy, then you've learned to be unhappy. And we have to learn how to be happy. But it's practice. Learning doesn't mean intelligence. Everybody thinks if I have to learn something, I have to be super smart. No, you have to be willing and you have to be on repeat in order to learn something. Let's be willing and let's get on repeat. So, I thought I would have a good time. I thought I would just do something that I thought was really fun. And I said, well, let me introduce this in a conversation with my friends. And you all are my friends. And so we're going to introduce this idea of inversion therapy, which is really not a new idea, but to the people who thought it up, they really wanted it to be a new idea. But what it is reverse psychology. And I was listening to a podcast, and I thought it to be very wonderful. He was talking about the 28 ways to transform something or other, which was interesting, but I wasn't interested in that. I didn't capture the information. I wanted to create my own idea. And so here we are. So, for all of you who say, yes, indeed, I have a gratitude practice. I do it. I'm grateful. I know this. I want you to learn something new about what you already know. I want you to say, yes, I do it. And for those who don't do it regularly, only at church, I'm grateful at church, I want you to learn how to do it elsewhere. So this is how we're going to learn. He says, inversion thinking says that it's easier to solve a problem in the reverse than it is going forward. Like from the positive, saying, how do I solve this problem? So he says, it's easier to solve it going backwards. Right? So this is what he does. He says, the mind is programmed to look at our threats, to be on the lookout. So I'm looking out for things that are going to hurt me. I'm looking out for things that are going to, cause me to have an obstacle or barriers. So I'm on the lookout. How many of us know that this is the truth? Start a new relationship, like they said, I'm newly married, and the first thing you look for is the shoe to drop. What's going to happen? Right? Instead of saying, oh, it's going to be wonderful, it's going to be great, it's going to be the best time of my life. No. Previous statistics tell us that something is going to happen, and 50 or 60% of people who are married get divorced. But the statistic that follows that says that 50% of those people remarry somebody they divorced. Yes. That's why you will see, why is she over there with her ex-husband? Well, because this is how it goes. That is the statistic that we don't hear about, that people come back together, right? And so it's much easier or to be grateful than to think, well, it's much easier to think about the reasons that I'm not grateful than to actually practice gratitude. That's what stops people. Let's be real. Now, if anybody out here is going to be honest with the speaker, you're going to admit when you go to do a gratitude practice, the first thing that stops you from putting anything on the paper is the barrier, is the one that says, oh gosh, I can't get over this one, so I can't write down anything to be grateful about. This is what we do. This is what stops us. So he's talking about poverty. This is a man on the podcast who's very wealthy, and he's talking about poverty. And he says, I'm going to give you, he started a tweet, and he says, the 28 days of, it didn't start out as 28 days, first of all. It started out as one day, and he says, if you want to stay poor, this is what you do. And people were like, what? And of course that's attractive. If you want to stay poor, this is what you do. So I created my own, right? And I'm going to give you 5, and then we're going to have some music, and then we're going to meditate about gratitude, right? Well, just so no one gets stuck in what I'm about to say, remember this. The opposite equal reaction to what I'm about to say to you is how you actually get out of it, okay? So here we go. And he says, one of the ways to ask the question this way: how can I destroy my goals in as few decisions as possible? How can I destroy my goals in as few? How can I thwart my gratitude practice? This is how you do it. How do I stop myself from being grateful? Okay, so he says, the question is, how to remain unhealed, ungrateful. Delay. Just wait. Don't do anything. Don't say anything. If someone says, say I'm grateful, just look at them and smile. Just don't participate. This is how you remain ungrateful. Don't start a gratitude journal until tomorrow. Just don't do it. Talk about it, think about it, say I'm gonna, and just then don't, right? Come to church and hear about practicing gratitude and do nothing. Take no action. Say that I already do it, I'm already good at it, and there it is, right? If you want to just stay where you are, Stay where you are. Okay, so he says, this is the thing. Take advice from unhappy, complaining people who are grumpy on how to be grateful and how to celebrate. So just call them up and say, hey, you're the worst. Like, you know that this person complains about everything. How do you have a party? Oh, I can tell you all the reasons not to have a party. I can tell you all the weather, the day of the week, the time, the place. Just call up a person who's ungrateful and ask them to help you celebrate. Right? Okay, so this is a good one. This is the good one. Pick friends who criticize you for being grateful or for going to that church up the street called Unity of Bon Air. Pick people who say, you go to that crazy church, oh my God, this is the worst. You're the worst. Pick someone like that, and it'll just help you be ungrateful. So, and last but not least, this is the best one. This is the best one. Get ready, okay? Fail once, and then quit forever. Struggle with the practice of gratitude, lose your notebook or your pen, don't have enough time, and then guess what? Never try again. This is the way that you stay ungrateful. Now, we're all smiling and grinning and knowing that for one of the 5 that I said, you've done it. We've done it. And we've thwarted our practice of gratitude. And if you're a person on level 1, level 2, level 3, you're just thinking about practicing gratitude, you've been practicing gratitude forever, right? Or you want to deepen. Let's go deeper with the practice of gratitude. This is where we start. We say, what do I already do? And do I have people around me that complain about who I am and where I go to church? And if I do, can I excise them away? Can I create distance? Or in addition, just add people that give me value. Add people that are doing what I do. Add people that go to church with you. Come to church more often. Don't just think about it, do it. And then say, I'm grateful not only at church, but everywhere. This is how we practice. And the reason I brought up the power of power, because I want you to do some homework. I want you to go and buy the book. And the best one is the original. This is the best. That it explains the power of power and then the other 11 powers. And it helps us to understand that what you have to thrive, to survive, to rise above crisis, to heal, to do whatever it is that you want to do resides in your throat. No one else's throat. It doesn't reside anyplace else. It resides in the place that you give yourself permission to speak your truth. Here at Unity, we learn about something called verity. So there are 4 stages of spiritual development, and verity is the last, or the most high, or the most elevated. And that is to be the truth that you are. Not the truth that I am, but the truth that you are. Your experiences, who you are, how you're packaged, how you came to be on the planet is to speak and radiate that truth. And here I am, as I am, radiating that truth, giving you permission to radiate your truth. And speak your truth, because what? I am beautiful. I am beautiful, and so are you. Namaste.
It's time to us to prepare for meditation, and we'll do so with a song. Just take these words into your heart as we move into meditation.
Thankful, thankful, thankful.
Thankful is the way. What a joy to be alive on this beautiful, wonderful day. Blessings overflowing, goodness on display. What a joy to be alive on this beautiful, wonderful day. Thankful, thankful, thankful. Thankful is the way. To be alive on this beautiful, wonderful day. Oh, blessings, blessings overflowing. Goodness on display. What a joy to be alive on this beautiful, wonderful day.
And as we move into the meditation, I just ask that you would rest your eyes easy and relax your body. And starting at the top of your head, I want you to ask your body and yourself, what has my brain allowed me to do that I'm grateful for? What have my eyes and my ears and my mouth allowed me to do that I can give thanks for? What has my breath and my heart and my shoulders and my arms and my hands done or allowed me to do that I can give joy and gratitude for? What is my torso and my reproductive systems and my knees and my joints? What have they done that they allowed me to do that I can be grateful for? What have my knees and my ankles and my feet allowed me to do or go or be that I can now be thankful for? And as I collect my stories of gratitude, my memories of gratitude, my actions of gratitude, I open my heart and I allow my heart to speak for me. I allow my heart to open wide, understanding it is not what life gives to me, but what I give to life. It is not what life gives me permission to be, but what I say I am, I am. It is the freedom of spirit and heart, and of my hands and of my doing, and of my being that allows me the power of power as we go into the silence. And as you catch your breath and honor your life for all the things that it has allowed you to do, you find yourself seated in this place. We are grateful that the Spirit echoes through ours. The grace echoes through our spirit. I am grateful. I am grateful. As you return to this room and flutter your eyes open and touch your chair and remind yourself that you are grounded and you are here. I am grateful. And so it is. This is our time for tithes and offering. We bless you. Namaste.
So we invite our ushers to come up. And as Alva mentioned, it's our time for offerings and tithes. In our statement of truth, let's say our blessing together. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, for the joy of giving and receiving. And now, more music.
It's a song about my favorite time of day, the sunrise. In the morning, sun was smiling while the grasses grew. Know that mid-September wasn't shining with midnight dew. Well, you can wake the day to the music that we can do. Hello, sunrise, how are you? You got your brand new face and all because the nighttime's through. You got your guiding grace so everybody knows it's you. They bring us the daytime and even the afternoon. Hello, sunrise, don't be blue. You make the mountain air feel right. Oh yes, you know it's true. Birds will fly every morning just to say they flew. But did you jump around when you found out what you knew? Hello, sunrise, bienvenue, 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 bienvenue. Amen.
And now's our time to bless our tithes and love offerings. And let me put mine in here. Thank you. We know that the gift and the giver are blessed, and we are blessed in all that we receive and give. And we send this forth knowing that it is blessed. So it is. So now we take this opportunity to point out that prayer chaplains, are the prayer chaplains in here? Prayer chaplains today? And the prayer chaplains are here to not only pray with you, but to celebrate with you and to celebrate your gratitude if you have something to be grateful for. So with that in mind, I think our service is now ended.
And our mystery of love continues.
So if you join me with the closing song.
Let's all stand. Let there be peace on earth. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each other